Hello and welcome back to WWE 2K20 Universe Mode, and we are here with Money in the Bank. Now, of course, if you missed the previous episodes, make sure to go and check out the playlist in the top corner or down the description down below. But we are here with Money in the Bank, and we are starting things off with our women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Starting things off with Candice LeRae, who of course got into this match by beating the Iconics in a tag team match with another one of our competitors in this match, Sonya Deville, who we will be seeing later on making her entrance here. Candice, of course, got the pinfall in that match. She got a little cheeky roll up at the end of that match. It wasn't looking good for her set going into that match. The Iconics very much on top, but here's another woman who got in due to a tag team match. This is Sasha Banks, of course, got into this match teaming up with Bayley, defeating Asuka and Io Shirai to get forward to this match. Of course, we had the SmackDown Fatal 4-Way last week to see who was the woman who was going into this with the most momentum. And actually, it was Bayley's friend Sasha. It was Sasha's friend Bayley even who picked up the victory in that match, pinning Sasha Banks. But it could be said that was mainly down to what Dakota Kai did, hitting the chiropractor, but then not being able to get the pinfall due to Bayley getting in the way. And now we have Shayna Baszler here, and Shayna Baszler got into this match by defeating Naomi. Both of those women on their debut match here in Universe Mode, both of them doing well in the match, but let's say Shayna Baszler was the more dominant woman in that match, and she is looking to make all of these ladies tap out here tonight and move forward to that Money in the Bank briefcase and the Raw Women's Championship in her future, maybe. Well, let's hope for Shayna Baszler she manages to pull that briefcase down tonight, but she does have some stiff competition in this match, it has to be said. And there you go, there's the woman who teamed up with Candice LeRae to defeat the Iconics to get into this match, Sonya Deville. And just to tell you what we have coming up for the rest of this part of Money in the Bank, next up we will be having the US Championship match, Aleister Black and Matt Hardy going one-on-one. Aleister Black being on a really hot streak since he's come over to Monday Night Raw, getting this match by winning a Battle Royal to determine number one contender for Matt Hardy's championship. We will be having the big match in this heated rivalry between Tomasso Ciampa and Roman Reigns. We'll be having DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tomasso Ciampa going up against Roman Reigns and Keith Lee. Keith Lee managed to return on SmackDown just before Money in the Bank, so it's going to be a 2-on-2 match. You're going to see how that goes, and then later on tonight, Lynch and Bliss, 2 out of 3 falls, Raw Women's Championship. You have to say whoever wins this match is probably going to be looking at that match very carefully. We might even see a cash-in here tonight. Who knows, and maybe our cash-in will be from Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley very dominant on her way into this match. Of course, picking up the win over Nikki Cross to get into this match. Alexa Bliss's good friend. Of course, Bliss going for Raw Women's Championship in that 2 out of 3 falls match after Bliss found what happened to Backlash to be unfair. Due to the fact that Bliss got the first pinfall in that match, but because it was elimination, Bliss did not win the championship. And then our main event for part 1 of Money in the Bank, of course, we have the WWE Championship match. AJ Styles, Randy Orton, 1-on-1. Of course, Randy Orton has a lot of issues with the club and AJ Styles specifically over the past few weeks, wanting that title match. But Samoa Joe really getting in his way, being a thorn in his side, the mercenary of the club. We don't really know where he's positioned in that group, but he seems more like a mercenary, a man who's just there to do the bidding of AJ, but without really being a member of the club. But being back to this match here, we have Dakota Kai now. Dakota Kai is probably my favourite to win this match. She has had the best streak here in Universe Mode so far. She defeated Lacey Evans to get into this match. So the best streak going into this match. Of course, at Backlash, she fought for the SmackDown Women's Champion. She knows what it's like, but unfortunately she did come up short in that match against Kairi Sane. But she did do very well and was very close to picking up the victory. And of course, on part 2 of Money in the Bank, we will see the friend and colleague of Dakota Kai, Nia Jax, going up against Kairi Sane for that SmackDown Women's Championship. But of course now we have Bayley, the woman with all the momentum going into this match. She did pin Sasha Banks in that fatal 4-way match on SmackDown to see who had the best momentum going into this Money in the Bank ladder match. But of course, as I said earlier, it was really Dakota Kai that did the work in that match. It wasn't particularly Bayley that worked hard. And now Toni Storm. It's very interesting to see if Toni Storm manages to win this one, to making her debut, getting into this match and looking to make her mark here in Universe mode. She was the first person to qualify and then came out on Monday Night Raw to try and prevent Shayna Baszler from getting in this match. And this is the first time that Shayna Baszler and Toni Storm have come eye to eye since then. You have to wonder how Shayna was going to think about Toni Storm after what Toni did, trying to distract Shayna Baszler because she was worried that Shayna was perhaps the most dangerous woman to have in this match. And to be honest, I don't blame her. It's probably true. And now let's get things started here. Start things off, Sasha and Sonya, Shayna and Dakota, Toni and Bayley, Rhea and Candice LeRae. So Rhea Ripley is going to be probably having the easiest time out of these pairings right now. We're going to have to see who is going to be able to go and get a ladder first and start making their way up the climb. Candice and Rhea out to the outside already. Of course, there is only one way to win this match. You need to climb the ladder and climb up and grab that briefcase, which is held above the ring. Rhea and Candice on the outside, everyone else still in the ring. Dakota, big kick there to Shayna Baszler. For the moment being, Shayna Baszler is looking good so far in this match. Bayley threw Toni Storm to the outside, but now Toni Storm has come back. Sonya Deville throwing Sasha Banks to the outside. And Bayley is out to the outside as well. Really clearing the ring right now. Just Shayna Baszler, Toni Storm left in the ring. If only they had the ladder right now, they could be able to get up that ladder and try and get that briefcase. But because the ladders are not in the ring, there is no way for them to win right now. Unless someone has really, really springy shoes. I don't think that is true. Dakota Kai going for the ladder. Going to bring the ladder in. Oh, a big backstabber there from Toni Storm and Shayna Baszler. Rhea Ripley's really working over Candice LeRae on the outside. And, oh, there you go. Candice getting a little reversal. And a Hurricane Run. I was going to say that Rhea Ripley was going to perhaps take her out of this match early on and just make it a 7-way by just destroying Candice LeRae. But everyone back in the ring. Toni Storm did a big powerbomb to the corner there, hitting Dakota Kai, who was also on the outside of the apron. Pony, big suplex there to Shayna. Rhea Ripley now in the ring, and getting back out. Going after Sonya Deville on the outside. Shayna Baszler tossing Toni Storm to the ground there. Big bulldog from Candice LeRae. Probably the smartest strategy from Rhea, just to stand there on the outside, but at least she's going to be keeping her energy for later in the match. Avoiding all this chaos that's going on in the ring right now. There is a lot of action going on. It's very difficult if you're just in all that ruckus to be able to get something done. And obviously by the end of the match, you still need to have that power to be able to climb the ladder. The Money in the Bank ladder matches are not short matches, they are long matches. Dakota Kai, big reverse there on Bayley. Taking her down to the mat, and Bayley rolling out of the ring. Of course, we do have a ladder in the ring right now, but it is not up. It really would be helpful for these guys to get up, as Sonya Deville is looking to do it. She is going to put the ladder up in the middle of the ring. Oh, a big hit there to Toni Storm, taking off Toni Storm off her feet. Rhea Ripley, though, taking off Sonya and then whacking Sonya in the face. But the ladder is set up, but Dakota Kai thrown into the ladder there. Shayna Baszler planting Sasha Banks down on the mat. Dakota Kai getting rid of Toni Storm, chucking her out of the ring, and now going after Sasha herself. But Toni back in the ring straight away, back after Dakota Kai. Bayley has also made her return back into the ring now. Haven't really seen Bayley and Sasha interact too much in this match so far, which is interesting. Of course, the two friends who you think maybe would have an alliance, but hasn't really worked out that way for them so far. And in that fatal 4-way match on SmackDown, of course, they were not awfully friendly to each other in that match either. Big Hurricane Rana there from Bayley and Candice LeRae now into the ring with Rhea Ripley. Rhea going after Sonya Deville. I thought she was going to go back after Candice again. Continue the hunting that she'd already been doing on Candice LeRae. Oh my goodness, big kick to the head there from Rhea Ripley onto Bayley. Shayna Baszler and Toni Storm working on the outside. At the moment being the Toni Storm throwing her into the ring. It'll be very interesting to see which one of these women does pick up this Money in the Bank ladder match, of course. We could very much see a cash in tonight. We do have 2 Women's Championship matches coming up on Money in the Bank. And who knows, maybe we will see the Money in the Bank winner in this match cashing in later tonight. It is very much a possibility. But I can confirm we will not be having a men's cash in tonight. For the men's Money in the Bank match will be the main event of part 2 of Money in the Bank. Rhea Ripley has the ladder. She's setting up center of the ring. Is Rhea Ripley going to make her way up that ladder right now? No, she's not. I think there might be a smarter move. There is still a lot of people in the ring right now. Wait a second. Oh, Shayna Baszler, because there's no rope breaks in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Working over the arm of Toni Storm there. Really pulling down, using gravity to her advantage. And everyone is back in the ring. The first time since the beginning of the match, we now have all 8 women back in the match. Back in the ring. Oh, a big knee there from Candice LeRae down onto Sasha Banks. Candice throwing Bayley outside. Big clothesline there from Toni Storm and Shayna Baszler rolling out. Rhea Ripley thrown into that ladder by Dakota Kai. And Sonya Deville is just out of it on those ropes right now. She's been there for quite a while, but she's back to her feet now. Back to her feet. Sasha to the outside. Dakota to the outside. Bayley to the outside. Candice to the outside. Toni to the outside. It's just Sonya and Rhea. Sonya and Rhea in the ring right now. And everyone's gone. Everyone's out. But no, Sonya and Rhea back in. Playing a game of, well, possum with each other, let's say. Toni Storm back in the ring. Rhea and Toni now. Rhea the first woman to climb the ladder. Rhea reaching for that briefcase as Rhea got it. Toni though. Toni up to the top. Toni and Rhea fighting on top of that ladder. Sasha Banks and Shayna coming in. Are they going to be able to knock off? Toni Storm knocks Rhea off the ladder. Toni Storm's got it. Toni Storm is touching the briefcase. And no, Bayley just there. Sasha as well. Everyone is just there. Sasha looking to take the ladder off. And there you go. The ladder is down, but Toni Storm still holds on to that briefcase. She's still holding on to it. Wait a second. What's going to be happening here? Bayley! Oh my goodness. Bayley just took down Toni Storm. Huge spear with Toni Storm holding onto that briefcase hanging in the sky. Candice into the ring. Sasha Banks, the only woman on the outside right now, I believe. But now Rhea Ripley has joined her. There is someone else on the outside as well. Can't tell who it is right now. I apologise. It is Toni Storm. Toni Storm is also on the outside somewhere. Bayley got the ladder back set up in the centre of the ring. But no one is going to climb up the ladder. Everyone just looking. Everyone looking to clear the ring out some more. It's a good plan. There's no point in trying to climb out that ladder when everyone is in the ring. It's very difficult to go and get enough momentum to get that briefcase and manage to unhinge it. It's very difficult to unhinge it. Oh, Candice trying to take someone down, but instead takes the ladder down by mistake. Or maybe that was her plan. You never know with Candice LeRae. Sasha Banks has the ladder. Is Sasha going to set it back up, or is she going to start hitting people with that ladder? She's setting it up, centre of the ring. Going after her friend, going after Bayley, chucking, trying to get Bayley out of the ring, but Bayley just bouncing off the ropes. Candice is up, but Sasha Banks taking down the ladder right now, and Shayna Baszler, spear, landing onto the ladder. Candice LeRae is going to be done for quite a while now. Dakota Kai getting into the ring. At the moment we have Shayna, Dakota, Sonya and Bayley in the ring. Of course, so far the people on top of that ladder, we've had Rhea, Toni and Candice all touch that briefcase so far, but no one has managed to get it off yet, obviously, as the match is still going on. Shayna Baszler was looking to plant the ladder, but it's decided instead that it's better for her to go and do some more damage to Bayley and clear out the ring a bit more. So of course, we currently have Bayley and Sonya in the ring. Sonya did set up the ladder, Shayna Baszler just suplexed Bayley onto that ladder, and that's got to be very painful indeed for Bayley to have to take that. Shayna's calling for something. I think she's going to attempt to make Bayley tap out right now, put her to sleep, but no, Bayley denying it. But look, Dakota Kai just went for a big boot on Sonya Deville, who was down in the corner of the ring. Toni Storm into the ring now. And that was a Bailey to belly, I think. A Bailey to belly to Shayna there. Toni Storm's got the ladder. She's going to be setting up. No, attacking Sonya Deville, taking her down to the mat. Tony's got the ladder set up. Chiropractor from Dakota Kai. My goodness. Sasha, though, up to the top. Sasha up to the top of the ladder. Sasha is now the 4th woman in this match to touch the briefcase. Toni, though. Toni joining her up there. And Rhea trying to get Toni Storm off there. And she manages to do it. Sasha Banks up top, but Dakota's there. Dakota's there. And now no one's on the ladder anymore. No one is there. Sasha already got a glimpse of a touch on that briefcase before everyone was there. It's the issue. When the ring is full, it's really hard to get your hands on that briefcase for enough time to be able to get it down. There's just too many people around. Like, look, this is the worst time. They got basically everyone in the ring. Everyone apart from Shayna and Candice. Like, Candice is still out. Candice has been out for ages now. But Shayna Baszler, I don't know what she's up to. She's just kind of enjoying herself on the outside. It's good to see that Candice is finally starting to get back up to her feet after getting dropped onto that ladder by Shayna Baszler. Sasha Banks dropping Dakota Kai. Dakota going out of the ring. Bailey thrown out. Candice LeRae is coming back in. Candice LeRae trying to get her way back into this match. Sonya Deville out of the ring. Toni Storm going for the Storm. Zero, but no. Broken up by Shayna Baszler. Going through on Sasha and said, no, it's not Storm Zero, just the... Shayna Baszler keeps getting in the way, keeps breaking up these moves. But there is no ladder set up, and Candice LeRae appears to have lost her mind. She's just walking into the ropes constantly. I don't know what's up with Candice LeRae right now. She's got the ladder right now. Dropping the ladder. No interest in using the ladder right now. Very odd decision there from Candice LeRae. I think falling on that ladder has really done a bit of damage to her. Maybe she's feeling a little bit loopy right now. Maybe she shouldn't. Oh my goodness. Sonya Deville just knocked Shayna, picking her up and dropping her on a backdrop, hitting her head onto the panes of the ladder. Oh my goodness, Shayna Baszler, how on earth is she on her feet right now? Rhea Ripley setting up the ladder. Yes, she's going to set up the ladder, send it to the ring. No, she's looking. I think she wants to do a bit of defense with that ladder. No, setting up middle of the ring. Dakota and Bailey now back in the ring, and Sasha Banks as well. Dakota's trying to go to Shayna. Dakota going up, but no, Bailey stopping her. Bailey not letting her get off that ladder. Rhea Ripley going up there now. Rhea Ripley up there. Still only 4 women who have touched this briefcase. Rhea Ripley now in a very good position, but she still has Bailey to continue to. Can Rhea get it down? Can Rhea get that briefcase down right now? It's very hard to unclasp that briefcase, and Bailey doing everything she can to distract her and stop her from being able to do it. And Bailey not allowing Rhea to do it, and Candice LeRae looking to push that ladder over, and yes, she does. Rhea Ripley falls down to the ground, and now she is out of the ring. Toni Storm back in things now, and Candice LeRae still here. Sonya Deville throwing Bailey out of the ring. And, oh, big Hurricane Rana there. Dropping Bailey face first onto that ladder. Candice dropping her with a big knee there. Sonya Deville, Sonya up to the Money in the Bank briefcase. No one's noticed. No one has noticed. Sonya is up there. Wait a second, Shayna. Shayna's come here. Shayna's going to stop her. Shayna's not going to allow Sonya Deville to get this victory. Sonya Deville getting very close though. Sonya Deville is really looking good right now, managing to get a lot off on that briefcase. Really close to unclasping it, but no. Bailey though, Bailey now up to the top. Bailey chucking Sonya Deville over the side. And she's up on the ladder. She's got the briefcase. She's got it. Is Bailey going to be Miss Money in the Bank? I would not be surprised. Of course, she came into this match with the momentum. Shayna Baszler up top. Shayna Baszler up top. Toni Storm trying to get Bailey down. Oh my goodness, this is very tight right now. Everyone's getting distracted. All the people, Candice on the outside. All the other women brawling in the middle of the ring. Shayna Baszler not Bailey off, but no, Dakota Kai managed to push the ladder down, stopping Shayna Baszler from being able to get it off the top there. I thought that was it, but wait a second. Chiropractor again from Dakota Kai. Shayna Baszler not in a good position right now, taken down by those ladders as well by Sonya Deville. But Toni Storm taking advantage of Dakota, chucking her out of the ring right now. Sonya, Toni, and Shayna Baszler. Shayna's somehow back to her feet. I have no idea how she's done that. Just have the 3 women in the ring right now. Shayna back up top again. Shayna back up top again. Is this Shayna's opportunity? Is Shayna going to do it? Candice is there. Sasha is there. My goodness, it's Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler! Shayna has done it. Shayna Baszler is money in the bank. Unbelievable. I would not want to be a women's champion right now. This woman is dangerous, scary, dangerous. And wow, she really managed to bide her time in that match. But she managed to take out Candice with that big spear off the top rope, landing onto the ladder. And this as well, where she dropped Bayley onto the ladder. They were standing up, knocking the ladder over. Shayna Baszler really managing to take advantage of this match, doing lots of damage to people and not really getting too involved. She got involved, but not enough that she was going to be down for the count, which allowed her to take advantage, climb up, and be our Miss Money in the Bank, Shayna Baszler. Wow, indeed. And now we move forward to the United States Championship match. And yes, it is scheduled for one fall. This is a regular match. Matt Hardy versus Aleister Black. Of course, Aleister Black originally was on SmackDown here in Universe Mode, but moved across to Raw in a swap with Johnny Gargano. And since Aleister Black has come to Raw, he has had, well, he's had a very good few weeks here on Universe Mode. He managed to defeat Randy Orton in the middle of the ring, the man who's going to be fighting for the WWE Championship here later tonight. He won a Battle Royal, defeating Mark Henry was in that Battle Royal. There were some very big men in that Battle Royal, and then Aleister Black managed to kick their heads up and knock them out. And then after the match, Mr. Matt Hardy came out to come and look at his challenger, to take in his challenger. He appeared in the ring like he does. Aleister Black got up, didn't care about his mind games, black masked his head off. And that's how we've got here tonight. Of course, Matt Hardy, well, he is a crazy, crazy man. And of course, a Backlash, he went a bit wild in that match, kind of changing the way that we viewed the ring and our understanding of the world. Jeff Hardy was there at some point. It was very, very confusing, but I think it was due to the damage that Andrade had done to him before that match. Andrade dropped Matt Hardy with a Hammerlock DDT onto the US title, and I think that really messed with the brain of Matt Hardy. And Matt Hardy hasn't really been here the past weeks. He's been trying to get better, trying to get himself back into a better place where the regular Matt Hardy lives, shall we say. The Matt Hardy that we all know and love, the extreme Matt Hardy. And I think he has managed to bring that back tonight. Hopefully, I don't know though, you never know with Matt Hardy what we're going to see. Whether we're going to see Team Extreme Hardy or whether we're going to see Broken Hardy. Woken Hardy, I do not know, but it looks like we have Team Extreme, regular Matt Hardy here tonight, but he is still deleting to his crowd. I do not know about Aleister Black. I would be quite worried to be in this match because you don't know what Matt Hardy's going to do. He has weird, strange abilities, and I would be concerned if I was Aleister Black. But then again, Aleister Black doesn't seem to care. Well, that's probably the wrong word. He does seem to care, but he doesn't let anything faze him. He can just sit there calmly in the middle of the ring and wait for this to happen. Thinking, silently thinking. He's like a monk. He has the inner peace of a monk, but then can just explode with offense, is what I think of Aleister Black. But this is for the US Championship. The championship that Matt Hardy has been holding for 55 days here so far in Universe Mode. Is it going to be more than 55, or is 55 going to be the limit for Matt Hardy's days with this championship? There he is, Matt Hardy, with his gold, his United States Championship. I don't think he'll be wanting to lose this match at all. But he seems like he's in a better place. He doesn't look... I don't think we need to be concerned on Matt Hardy. I think hopefully this is going to be a lovely, nice and even, regular match with none of Matt Hardy's irregularities, shall we say. Well, let's see. Aleister Black has been on a tear, but Matt Hardy is... well, he's our undefeated United States champion so far. He's only had 2 matches, but he has won both of those matches. But Aleister Black straight away getting a knee to the gut of Hardy, and a big knee dropping down on the face there Oh my goodness, Aleister Black really taking it to Matt Hardy straight away in this match. The man who would calmly sit in the middle of the ring is now completely dominating Matt Hardy very early on in this match, dropping knees on the head of Matt Hardy twice. I don't know if that's necessarily the best idea. And that big roundhouse kick. Oh my goodness, the big knee there. I don't know if this was necessarily the best idea from Aleister Black, of course. Like I said earlier, the idea that we had as to what happened last time was because Andrade dropped Matt Hardy with a hammerlock DDT onto that US title and it really messed him up. But Aleister Black really going for the head of Matt Hardy in this match. Of course, Aleister Black does have a lot of kicks and a lot of punches really work in his favour. And he's not allowing Matt Hardy to get anything. Oh my goodness, again, working over the head of Matt Hardy. And Aleister Black not allowing Matt Hardy to get anything going here. And of course, it was in the last match, we did see Matt Hardy only really change the situation when he was on top. It didn't really alter the situation when Andrade was on top. Maybe that's part of his power. He can only change things when he is in control of a match. I don't know. I don't understand this man in the slightest, that has to be said. He's a very odd lunatic of a man. Aleister Black with the roll up. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there. Matt Hardy's still in this. But of course, Aleister Black is undefeated since coming to Raw. He did lose a match on SmackDown before coming over. He lost. Wait a second. Wait a second. That's Jeff Hardy. That is the other Hardy brother. Jeff Hardy is here. Or is he really here, or is this part of Matt Hardy's illusions? I don't know. I do not know whether he's really there or not, but Aleister Black is taking it seriously. But no, he wasn't. He was ready. He was ready for it. Sure, Matt Hardy now taking advantage, but Aleister Black was ready at that point. He got the elbow back. He had a feeling that Matt Hardy was going to come after him then. And Jeff's gone. He's just vanished. I think that was part of Matt Hardy's mind games. I think it was. Because he has just disappeared. He was there 2 seconds ago and now he is gone. I don't understand this man, but this man is just insane. He managed to catch the foot of Aleister Black on his shoulder there and then ducking under, catching the leg, taking him down. But Aleister Black not allowing it to last long. Aleister Black really back in control, going up to the top rope here, and what is he looking for? Going for an elbow drop by Matt Hardy, managing to reverse it. Trying to get himself back into a good position in this match and going for a side effect, but no. Black reverses, punches to the side, punches to the liver. Oh, and a big kick there, knocking Matt Hardy off his feet and going for the pinfall. That was the Black Mass. That was the Black Mass. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, that was the Black Mass. I didn't even notice it was the Black Mass. It just came out of nowhere. And Black is your new United States Champion. I cannot believe it. Matt Hardy's reign is ending after 55 days. And Aleister Black is your new United States Champion. And you know what? I'm concerned about what's going to happen in the future with Matt Hardy. You saw what happened in the last match against Andrade after he was dropped with that hammerlock on the title. But Aleister Black's Black Mass is just as dangerous. And I don't know what Matt Hardy's going to be doing next, but Aleister Black is your new US Champion. And now we move forward to our first non-title match of the card. Apart, obviously, we have Money in the Bank, but that kind of counts as a title, doesn't it? We have a tag match here right now. We have DIY, Johnny Gargano, Tomasso Ciampa against these men here. Roman Reigns, Keith Lee, deciding to take a trick out of DIY's books and get an early advantage in this match. Keith Lee going straight after Tomasso Ciampa. Of course, he made his big return on SmackDown, and there's Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns just behind. But Johnny Gargano, Roman Reigns making their way towards the ring. Clearly, it has to be said, Keith Lee and Tomasso Ciampa clearly deciding to start this match off. Oh, a big takedown there from Roman Reigns, taking Johnny Gargano off his feet. Keith Lee and Roman Reigns getting a good advantage here to start things off. And like I said, it has very much been DIY's motive to go and take down Roman Reigns. And like Keith Lee, yeah, he's been involved in the attacks. But whether Keith Lee is the focus or not, I don't really think so. Because this will start, well, Obviously, the Ciampa and Reigns storyline started at the beginning of Universe Mode. Ciampa out of nowhere dropping Reigns backstage with 3 fairy tale endings, and we still don't know why, but Ciampa has just been obsessed with Reigns ever since that moment. He has not left him alone. For instance, there was a tag team match with Ciampa and Cole against Reigns and Cena, and Ciampa didn't tag in, not once. He just watched Roman Reigns and would go after Roman Reigns whenever it was necessary. He did not do anything else in that match. And then Roman beat him at Backlash, getting a spear out of nowhere. And then the next week on SmackDown, the main event, Reigns versus Keith Lee. Maybe look to set up a new contender for the Universal Champion, who knows? But Tomasso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano came out after that, during the match, and ruined that match. Absolutely ruining it, making it a double DQ, and no one picked up the victory there. And yeah, they're probably going after Reigns, and Keith Lee has just become the extra man here. But he is very much happy to help the fight against Roman Reigns. With Roman Reigns, I apologise, against the IY. And as you can see, we've got a bit of unity from them tonight, both wearing green, both taking on the same colour. It's very interesting. Maybe we're going to see a bit of a team from these guys in the future. Who knows? Roman Reigns and Keith Lee. Seems like it'd be a nice team, very dominant team. I'd have to say. There probably would be a tag reign in their future. But there is also probably bigger reigns in the future. There's probably IC reigns. There's probably Universal Championship reigns. I would not be surprised. But they have to get past these men first. Tomasso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, who have really just been dangerous men. Oh, that big double chop to Tomasso Ciampa, taking him down. Tomasso a bit disoriented there, was trying to go for the tag, but went towards the wrong corner first. Didn't know where Johnny was, but Keith Lee just missing with that elbow drop. Tomasso making his way over. He's going to be able to make that hot tag. Yes, he is. And Johnny is in the match. And of course, Johnny Gargano made his way over, swapped with Aleister Black to become to SmackDown. He was originally on Raw. And then 2 weeks ago, he took on Keith Lee in a one-on-one match. And in that match, he destroyed Keith Lee. He did so much damage to Keith Lee that he managed to put Keith Lee out. And we weren't sure he was going to be here tonight. We thought he was done. He was going to be in the hospital, just having to get better for quite a bit. Johnny Gargano really worked over the head and neck of Keith Lee, doing a lot of damage. And Keith was being looked after, but he managed to come back last week on SmackDown, helping Roman Reigns fend off a 2-on-1 attack from DIY at the end of SmackDown this week. So things are quite personal between Gargano and Keith Lee. I'm sure Lee would love to get some revenge here tonight, but Johnny Gargano, big DDT onto the outside of the apron there. Johnny Gargano taking him down again with a big insecurity there. Johnny Gargano pumped up to be doing so well in this match. Roman Reigns still not in this match so far. It's all been Keith Lee. All Keith Lee. No Roman Reigns just yet. Apart from obviously the post-match attack, pre-match attack that we had. But wait a second, Lee. Lee tags in Reigns. Reigns is in the match. Reigns is here. The Superman himself is here. Trying to take down Johnny, but Johnny reverses straight away. Johnny's got him up and dropping him down to the side like that. Going for the pinfall. One. Only a 1 count. Very early in the match for Johnny Gargano to be getting a victory there over Roman Reigns. It was literally the first move that Roman had taken in the match. Roman's got Johnny up. Where's he taking him? Over in the corner and snake eyes to Johnny Gargano. Roman going back over to Keith, going for that tag. Tomasso begging Johnny Gargano to tag him back in. And he just does. I wasn't sure if that was even an official tag there. They didn't seem to make contact to me, but the referee saw it. The referee saw it, so that's all that matters. Tomasso Ciampa in the match now. Tomasso with Keith Lee in the middle of the ring. I'm sure Tomasso would much rather have Roman Reigns in this position, but you can just well imagine it, can't he? No, that big knee to the side of Keith Lee's head. Of course, that's why Johnny Gargano had been targeting previously. It is a weak area on Keith Lee's body. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. Tomasso, Ciampa and Johnny Gargano picking up the victory here tonight over Keith Lee. I guess Keith Lee wasn't as ready as he thought he was to come back. Because he didn't take that much damage. Yes, he was the only man really in the match. Roman was only in there for like 30 seconds top. But Keith Lee clearly wasn't ready to be back. Because that knee to the side of head has completely knocked him out cold. And that is because of what Johnny Gargano has done previously. Tonight, DIY pick up the victory, but you have to imagine, I don't think this is over. I think Tomasso is still going to want Reigns, and I think Keith Lee is going to be coming after Johnny Gargano, after what he's done, the way he has embarrassed him so far. But now, we are here for our Raw Women's Championship match tonight. And please ignore what he just said. It is not a 1 fall match. This is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Of course, this is based on the fact that a Backlash at our last pay-per-view, it was Lynch, Moon and Bliss. And in that match, it was an elimination triple threat match. Alexa Bliss got the first pinfall in that match. She pinned Ember Moon, eliminating her. And in her opinion, she is outraged about that, because if it had been a regular triple threat, she would have won the match right there. The Raw Women's Championship would have been hers. She would have been holding it right now. But instead, Becky Lynch managed to take out Alexa Bliss with the Uranagi Rock Bottom S move that she uses. And Alexa is not happy about it. She thinks she should be the Raw Women's Championship right now. So that is why this match is 2 out of 3 falls. So there can be no argument going forward as to who is the rightful Raw Women's Champion. Is it Becky Lynch or is it Alexa Bliss? Becky Lynch looking good with that title, it has to be said. Of course, she managed to successfully defend the title on Raw against Billie Kay from the Iconics, who did have a very good win-loss record. Of course, if you're ever interested in the win-loss records, they are down in the description. If you look at the match card, you can see next to them the overall win-loss record that each competitor has so far in Universe mode. And I have a big database of them, and I do use it to try and help the booking of the show. If someone is doing well, they're going to do well. If someone's not doing so well, they're probably not going to be doing so well. Pretty simple. But Alexa Bliss, also interesting to see that Nikki Cross is not out here tonight. Alexa Bliss taking on this match all by herself against Becky Lynch here tonight. Deciding that she doesn't need her friend here, she is going to prove herself. Prove that she deserves to be the Raw Women's Champion. But you have to imagine, of course, Miss Money in the Bank is going to be watching very, very carefully backstage. Especially since this is 2 out of 3 falls. I wouldn't be surprised to see a cash in at all, to be honest. 2 out of 3 falls match, that is going to take a lot of damage out of whoever wins this match. You have to win 2 falls in this match. Even if you win them one after the other, that's still 2 falls you have to take. So, maybe Shayna Baszler will be cashing in after this match, and Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss perhaps should be getting ready for that, just in case. But it's also difficult because this is a 2 out of 3 falls match, so there's a lot to concentrate on right now. You can't look past your opponent. Becky Lynch can't look past Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss can't look past Becky Lynch. Just because Shayna Baszler is there in the background doesn't mean that these women should look past each other. If they do that, then, well, Becky Lynch is probably going to lose her championship if she looks past Alexa Bliss here right now. Becky taking Alexa into the centre and going for the pinfall. Only a 1 count very early in the match to be going for pinfalls so far. Of course, you can see the points at the bottom of the screen telling you, just to let you know when someone has managed to score a point in this match. Alexa Bliss. Oh, very nice there from Bliss. Alexa Bliss, big suplex there on Becky Lynch. Of course, we do also have a lot of very talented women on Raw who are probably going to be looking for this title. We have a lot of women who are ready to go for the hunt for this championship. They've just been a bit caught up with Money at the Bank at the moment, trying to get that opportunity. That's a lot easier way to get to the championship matches. Far easier to go and be a champion after she's had a match than be a champion in a match. Let's be honest. They want to be focusing on the Money in the Bank briefcase instead of going after the championship at the moment being. You have to think, once this pay-per-view is done, Becky Lynch or Alexa Bliss or Shayna Baszler, whoever walks out of this as champion, is going to have a target on their back. All these women who feel like they need more of a spot on Monday Night Raw are going to be coming after that championship. Coming after whoever the champion is. No, I don't think friendships are going to get in the way of that. Wait a second, Becky Lynch, why is she getting the stairs? Why is she getting the stairs? Throwing them down to the side there. What is Becky Lynch thinking of? That is not the behaviour we particularly want to see from Becky Lynch. It's not totally unsurprising. Of course, Becky Lynch did have some real issues with Ember Moon back in the first few weeks of Universe Mode here. She was very concerned about going into the match with Ember Moon. It didn't work out for Moon. Moon didn't manage to win the Raw Women's Championship. Becky's worries were unfounded per se, but Becky was very worried about this young upstart going in and taking her place here in Universe Mode. And she didn't act very kindly towards Ember Moon at those times. Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch very even right now, has to be said. Very even indeed. Becky Lynch perhaps a little bit more of an advantage, but I wouldn't say by much. A 9 count. Wait a second. We're going to have a count out here. No, Becky Lynch breaking the count. Becky Lynch breaking the count. Very interesting. That would have been an easy point for her there if she just got a count out victory over Alexa Bliss. But instead just decided, nope, I'm going to do this the proper way. I don't want Alexa Bliss to come again being like, oh, well, I lost my countdown. It's not fair. I didn't get pinned. It's not fair. Becky Lynch wants rid of Alexa Bliss, I think. Wants to get rid of this whining that she's been hearing of Alexa Bliss saying that she is rightfully the Raw Women's Champion. When in Becky's books, and in the books of Universe Mode, Becky is the champion. Becky won that match. It doesn't matter that it was elimination. Elimination was there to make sure that there was going to be no dispute, but it still led to a dispute anyway. Becky Lynch taking down Alexa Bliss there. Becky has got herself on top at the moment being, as we said, she managed to bring it back on her side. The momentum is very much on Becky Lynch's side at the moment being. Alexa Bliss on the outside of the ring. Becky Lynch just staring at her, waiting for her to get in. As soon as she's in, another suplex there to Alexa Bliss. And what is this? What's she looking for? Another suplex. Grabbing the arm behind to be able to do some damage to the arm for that disarmer, of course. Becky Lynch's signature submission that she uses. Alexa Bliss punching down onto Becky Lynch. Alexa. Oh my, did she just grab the eyes? That is, wait a second. Oh my goodness. Come on, Alexa, go for the pin. Go for the pin. Yes, she has. 1, 2, not even a 2 count there. Wow. Insult after injury, only getting a 1 count. Alexa Bliss calling for it though. She is calling for that DDT. Is this going to be it for Becky? DDT onto Becky Lynch. Going for the pinfall straight away. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. Becky Lynch not allowing her to go down a full. Disarmer. Disarmer. Oh no, Becky. Alexa is going to tap. Alexa is going to tap. Is Alexa going to tap? No, she manages to get out. Very interesting. Both these women refusing to lose a full. Of course, that is a strategy in this match. Like, you could just go and be like, I don't want to take the damage. Like, especially with Alexa taking that submission. You could be like, no, I'm going to tap. I want this submission off of me right now. Because I don't want to take the damage. Because, of course, the damage is just going to keep on going. If you got a broken arm in the first full, you're going to have a broken arm for the second full. It's not going to be good for you. My second, what is Alexa thinking here? I think she's thinking a slingshot. Yes, yes, slingshot onto the bottom rope there on Becky Lynch. Alexa punching her in the face. Becky not allowing it. There, a big reversal there. Now tossing Alexa Bliss outside the ring. Maybe Becky is thinking count out. Maybe it's got to that point where Becky has had enough and she's like, actually, sod it. I'm just going to get a count out over you, Alexa Bliss. But no, Becky chucking her back inside. Maybe playing some mind games with Bliss. She's got her up. What's she thinking here? She is thinking Exploder suplex. Yes, she is. And is that going to be it? Is Alexa Bliss going to be down for the count? 1, 2, 3. The first fall goes to Becky Lynch. Of course, this is 2 out of 3 falls So there was one more fall to get for Becky, 2 more falls to get for Alexa. Becky Lynch got Alexa up and she is still in control after that pinfall. Becky Lynch working on the arm still, and a reverse DDT there. Also managing to grab the arm which she had pinched behind the back of Alexa Bliss. Doing a bit of damage there as well for that. Disarm her, obviously. Becky now, they're just chucking Alexa Bliss around the outside, really taking advantage of the fact that she is in charge at the moment being. Suplex left from Alexa Bliss take on its opportunity to get back into it. Posing to the crowd saying, I'm going to do this. I can do it. I am the rightful Raw Women's Champion. Big chop there from Alexa Bliss, and it is a 7 count. You have to wonder whether Alexa cares so much about these count-outs like Becky did. Becky getting in the ring. Wait a second. Is this going to be a 9 count? 9 count. Is Becky going to take this victory? No, she's not. She is staying consistent. She does not want to win by count-out. She wants to win properly. She wants to pin or submit Alexa once more. Becky's thrown her in the ring. You have to think maybe she's going to be looking for the end here. Big DDT there on Alexa. She's got her up. She's got her up. What's she going to go for here? She's going for the Bexploder again. Bexploder suplex on Alexa Bliss. Taking us to the middle of the ring. Make sure not to get a rope break. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there. Somehow Bliss is still in this. Unbelievable. But Bliss is still in this after that. Becky taking her up. Wait a second. She's gone for that Uranagi rock bottom ass move. Going for the pinfall. That has got to be it. 1, 2, 3. And Becky Lynch is still the Raw Women's Championship. She has retained her championship here tonight. 2 falls to 0. Wow. Dominant behaviour there from Becky Lynch. Alexa Bliss. Well, you have to say her point has been disproved. Becky Lynch has proved that she does deserve to be Raw Women's Championship here tonight. She has just pinned Alexa Bliss twice. And it really was those Bexploder suplexes, those big suplexes from Alexa Bliss. From Becky Lynch, I should say. Who really gave her that victory. Really was very physically offensive from Becky Lynch. Very much lots of suplexes, lots of big moves. Not really working over the arm of Alexa Bliss. Not going for that disarmer too much. Well, she went for it once, but it just didn't work out for her. But Becky Lynch, still Raw Women's Champion. And she has retained. Becky Lynch moving forward to whoever her new challenge may be. And I'm sure there are plenty of women on Raw watching this in the backstage area saying that it's going to be their opportunity next. They're going to be the ones to take on the challenge of Becky Lynch in that Raw Women's Championship. It's going to be very interesting to see indeed. Wait a second! Shayna! Miss Money in the Bank is here. Miss Money in the Bank is here with her newly acquired briefcase. Wait a second, is she going to cash in? Does this mean she's cashing in? Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler coming down to the ring. Is she cashing in right now? I do not know. I do not know. Wait a second, what is going on here? Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, what are you doing? But Becky jumping Shayna. Becky jumped Shayna. Becky jumped Shayna, not allowing Shayna to cash in. Oh my goodness, Becky Lynch. She's knocked Shayna down. She's knocked her down completely. And Becky Lynch showing off to her crowd that she's managed to beat Shayna. Wait a second, Becky. Becky, be careful. Becky, be careful. Oh no, Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler's got her in the curve through the clutch. She's going to tap her out. She's going to make her tap. Oh my goodness, Becky Lynch going to be made to tap. The Raw Women's Champion just taps out to Miss Money in the Bank. Oh my goodness. Is Shayna cashing in though? Is Shayna cashing in? No. She's just laughing over Becky Lynch, laughing at her. Shayna Baszler not cashing in tonight, but proving that she can do it anytime she wants. And now, we are here for our main event of part 1 of Money in the Bank, of course. If you want to see part 2, come back tomorrow and make sure to give us a subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know what your favourite match was here tonight on Money in the Bank Part 1. But in our main event here tonight, we have the Viper, Randy Orton, taking on the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Of course, this rivalry all began just after Backlash. The first Raw after Backlash, the club took on Lucha House Party, picked up a pretty easy victory for them, celebrating post-match, but then Randy Orton appears on the stage. Once Gallows and Anderson had gone, AJ was just there by himself. Orton took the opportunity, dropping AJ Styles with RKO and another RKO on the stage, saying that he wanted to be the next WWE Champion. And the next week on Raw, the main event was supposed to be Aleister Black, the newly debuting Aleister Black, taking on AJ Styles in the main event. But throughout the night, Randy Orton, backstage, lurking around like the Viper he is, methodically took out each member of the club, taking out Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, with an RKO each. And then just before that main event match, he grabbed AJ Styles backstage and took him down as well, and went out there and took his place in that match against Aleister Black, looking, I assume, for a big victory in that match to prove that Randy Orton was ready for this AJ Styles match. But Randy Orton had made a crucial error. He had forgotten about, well, the mercenary of the club. He's not officially a member of the club, like the club is just Styles, Gallows and Anderson, but they have had some affiliation with a certain Samoa Joe. Of course, Samoa Joe took out Finn Balor in the WWE Championship tournament to allow AJ to get to this WWE Championship. And there you go, AJ Styles, our champion, is here, surrounded by the club. And there you go, even in the tag there, the club with Samoa Joe. And he's not even getting involved in these two suites. I don't even know why he's out there. But yes, as I was saying, in that match, Randy and Aleister Black, Joe got involved. Joe distracted Orton, allowing Black to get the victory. And then a post-match, Joe, Kikita clutch. And that was it, Orton tapping out in the middle of the ring. A week later, Orton gets his revenge on Joe. In the last Raw before Money in the Bank, Orton, Joe. If Orton wins that match, he gets forward to Money in the Bank for this match, and yes, he did win it. He won that match with an RKO pinning Joe, but not only did he RKO Joe, right before he RKO'd Joe, he went to the outside, dropped an RKO on the WWE Championship, just to send a message. And I think that message has been heard loud and clear. AJ Styles not taking any precautions here tonight, having his entire crew at ringside. And that's what it's all about, the WWE Championship. It's going to be very interesting. Is Randy Orton's attacks going to get him what he's been looking for? The Viper not really going through the official means to get to this match. For instance, he doesn't have... His match record isn't great. It really isn't great. He's at a 1-2 going into this match. Of course, he lost the first match in Universe Mode. The very first match, I believe. Yes, he did. It was him versus Finn Balor, and he lost that match in the WWE Championship tournament. And then he disappeared for a month, came back, dropped AJ Styles because Randy Orton isn't going to wait in queue. He's going to take what he wants. And then, of course, he lost to Black as well. The only win he's had is against Joe. That's the only victory Orton has had here in Universe Mode so far. And AJ Styles is undefeated so far. He is currently at a 4-0 in Universe Mode. No one has been able to defeat him just yet. You have to think that, well, is that going to continue tonight, or is it going to be broken? Is this going to be the night AJ Styles takes his first pinfall loss here in Universe Mode? Getting things off to a pretty simple start right now. Just kind of easing into it, seeing where each other lie in this match. Very old school, kind of more technical wrestling approach. Very interesting from these two. If I'm honest, I kind of expected Orton just to try and RKO him instantaneously. That seems more like Orton's kind of game. Not worry about wearing AJ down, just trying to go for those big moves straight away to look to get rid of AJ Styles very early in this competition. AJ Styles, they're getting off to a good start right now. And two sweeting to the crowd and to his buddies at ringside, the club, and Samoa Joe. It's very interesting how this Samoa Joe situation works out. Of course, he's not a member. He could do anything in the future. What if Joe one day just turns around, just gets in the ring and clutches AJ Styles? I don't know what AJ's going to do about that. He's going to be in a very bad position if it does happen. Randy Orton, big clothesline there to AJ Styles. Of course, you'll have to think though that Samoa Joe is probably going to be looking at our current US champion after this pay-per-view. Of course, they have had some interactions over the past few weeks. Aleister Black was not happy when Samoa Joe got involved in his match with Randy Orton. He was not happy in the slightest. That was part of the reason that Joe is not in the Money in the Bank ladder match here tonight, and why he's only at ringside with AJ Styles. So you have to see. You have to think maybe Samoa Joe is going to be the man to next face off against the US champion, Aleister Black. I, for one, would love to see that match. It would be very interesting indeed. We have to see whether Samoa Joe can earn himself that opportunity first. As he is only on a 1-1 match record at the moment, I believe. No, he's on a 1-2 actually, I take that back. He's only had his one victory so far. He's only managed to beat Finn Balor. Of course, that was due to the interference from The Fiend. And we will be seeing The Fiend and Finn Balor opening up part 2 of Money in the Bank. I can reveal that for you now. As Mojo beat Finn Balor in that match, but it wasn't really all his work. Sure, Finn Balor tapped up to the conceded clutch. They'd also had a mandible claw on him, so on their safe side. This isn't really what Orton wants to be right now. All mixed up with the club. Joe having some words with Randy Orton right now, while Gallows and Anderson protect AJ Styles, surrounding him, but they know they can't hit him. They've been told by AJ Styles not to do anything to Orton. AJ wants to win this match fair and square, and the club are only there in case Orton tries something funny. AJ thrown into Gallows there by Orton. We're at 8 count. At an 8 count already, Orton getting into the ring and breaking up the count. Going straight back after AJ Styles. Orton has managing to bring himself back into this. It wasn't going too well for Orton to start with, but now it's getting it back. But Luke Gallows trying to distract Orton there. AJ Styles taking advantage. AJ, yes, he is taking advantage, but no, Orton, big reversal there. Orton throwing him over towards Anderson. Anderson, another distraction there on Randy Orton. Perhaps this wasn't where he should have been. Perhaps he shouldn't have come out to ringside. He's got AJ Styles up. They're just staring each other down. AJ managing to grab onto Orton. And a big suplex. We're at an 8 count. We're at an 8 count right now. They need to get back in the ring. 9 already. Come on. Come on, AJ. Back in the ring. AJ, they're breaking the count. Not wanting to win by count out. Wanting to beat Randy Orton in the middle of the ring. Big suplex there from AJ Styles. And he's got Randy up. Ushigoroshi. But no, Randy Orton taking advantage, just throwing AJ back into the ring. That's a very big move from AJ Styles though. AJ reversing the punch that Orton was going for. Orton though throwing AJ into the corner. And he's picking him up. What is he looking for here? Wait a second. He's going for vintage Orton. Vintage Orton, that draping DDT from the second rope. And down he goes. Down he goes. Going to go for the pinfall. Come on, Orton. You can't spend your time posing off and thinking. That could have been it. That could 1, 2. Yeah, well, like I said, if he hadn't sat there just looking around for a minute, perhaps that would have been it. Perhaps AJ Styles would have been done and Randy Orton would be our new WWE Champion right now. AJ climbing outside the ring. You know what he's thinking for here. Telling Orton to get up. Get up to your feet, Orton. Phenomenal. Oh, AJ. AJ slightly misjudged it. Slightly misjudged his angle. And managed to just not catch Orton. But AJ not allowing it to upset him too much. Doing some work to the leg there of Randy Orton. Now he's standing right in front of him. This is going to be a point blank phenomenal forearm. But no, instead AJ Styles grabs him. pulls him down onto those ropes and sends him back outside to the boys, sending him down there. Orton, they've been thrown back in by Anderson and AJ. AJ back in the middle of the ring. What is AJ going to be thinking of here? Orton taking him down. Luther's press from Orton. He's going to drag him into the centre of the ring, going for that pinfall. Only a one count there for Orton. Need to see if there's something a bit more offensive before going for the pinfall there on AJ Styles. Orton's got him up though, he's got him up and he's throwing him over to the side. And, he threw him up, I don't know what he's looking for there. And by now I do, he is calling for that RKO, the RKO, but AJ's down. RKO. 1, 2, only a 2 count, my goodness, AJ Styles kicking out of the RKO. Randy's got him up. What is Randy thinking of here? You got to think he's going to go for another one straight away. That is the best way for Randy Orton to get the victory right now. Is to be able to do another RKO instantaneously to AJ, but AJ not allowing it, doing the big suplex back to Randy Orton. AJ's getting him up. Is he thinking Styles Clash? No, he's not. He is thinking to go for that submission, but not working out. Getting the rope break, but now he's calling for it. Now he's calling for the end. He's calling for that phenomenal forearm AJ Styles is. This has got to be, this has got to be able to be hit to this time. Yes, he does. Blasting Randy Orton open as well while he does it. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles retains. AJ Styles is still the WWE Champion and he is still undefeated here in Universe Mode. What a match indeed. Really putting Randy Orton in his place in this one. Really showing that, well, perhaps Randy, you should have gone about things the proper way instead of just attacking the champion. It hasn't worked out for you in this situation. AJ Styles kicking out of that RKO was a very big kick out for AJ Styles, and I thought it was done. I thought that RKO was going to be it for Styles. But Styles managing to get out of it, getting that phenomenal forearm that he'd missed twice before in the match, maybe just once more before in the match. But it doesn't matter. All that matters is the fact that AJ Styles is still the man holding the gold and the club on the outside. A very happy indeed. And now, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with part 2 of Money in the Bank, and we'll see you then.